Hi everyone, we are here back at the property and I'm currently chilling on the back patio with the dogs because they want to go and explore the property, and unfortunately there are so many spots in the fence that we cannot let them near because they'll run out, and we have cow pastures around us. We don't want them going and exploring and bothering the cows, because around here ranchers will shoot your dog if it's on their property. So basically the dogs and I are hanging out in the screen patio right now while Mike is, I don't know, tinkering with the lawnmower. He says that he's going to try to mulch up these leaves today because they're just everywhere. But later on we are going to be installing a dog watch hidden fence system. It basically is, we got enough wire to do 5 acres. So we're gonna rope off, if you will, a 5-acre area for the dogs to roam. But until they get trained on the system, we have to walk them on a leash. And yeah, this has been interesting because all they want to do is explore. They smell all the new smells. They hear all the dogs barking off in the distance. They just want to roam the property and enjoy themselves. So I can't leave them far behind because they are going nuts and want to be near us. So I'm kind of hanging out with them right now on the screen porch while Mike gets ready to start one of his projects. So we also plan on pressure washing the cabin that we will be renovating. So we basically have chosen a bunch of color samples, and we should be, we have to pressure wash first, let the wood dry, and then we'll test a couple samples, see which ones we like for the exterior. And we may or may not get to it this week, but we're gonna definitely put in the good old college try. We do plan on repainting the deck out there. It's kind of, damaged by the weather. So we're going to try and get some paint on there to make it, just cleaned up and preserve the wood so it lasts a little bit longer. And then we are gonna probably mow the grass out in the pasture because it hasn't been done for a while. But next week we're supposed to have several days in the 30s. So yeah, I don't know if it's going to make the grass better or worse by cutting it now, if we're gonna have frost or anything like that. So stick around. We have so many projects that we're working on. And again, we have the dogs here and our son. So we're just gonna try to tackle one thing at a time, and hopefully we can get it all put together, and then we will ring in the new year, and it's just gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be really wonderful, and can't wait for you all to see. After I recorded that video, we ended up not pressure washing or painting the samples on the cabin. It was so freaking cold this past weekend. We just were not up for the hours that it was going to take to pressure wash everything. So instead we ended up mulching up all the leaves, getting that all taken care of, and then Mike started cutting all the grass out in the pasture. It looked so amazing and it was so much fun. He asked me if I wanted to try, so I went and jumped on the tractor and we both knocked out cutting the grass in the pasture. It looked so nice. One of the other projects we were going to tackle this week was we were going to attempt to whitewash the brick. We did it at our other house and it looked fantastic, but I did 2 sample areas and we both decided we did not like it. It almost looked like you were painting the brick white, and the grout, or not the grout, but the mortar or whatever that's in between the bricks just didn't look right with the whitewashing. So thankfully, I cannot stress to you enough, thankfully Mike was able to pressure wash those areas and get the paint off. And oh my gosh, I was so relieved. I was really freaking out that we were going to end up having to just paint the brick. So anyway, lesson learned. Got it all off. While I was in my bedroom putting on more warmer clothes, all of a sudden I heard this bang on the window, and I looked out the window and a little bird had flown into the window and stunned itself. So I ran outside and it was sitting there just in the leaves, and I tried picking it up with a stick, trying to get him to like perch onto a stick, and he moved and got scared and eventually flew off. So I was so grateful he flew off, but I know that must have really hurt when he flew into the window. I know birds do that a lot. This entire area had cows, so not sure what they're getting ready to plant, but I guess we'll find out in several months. But oh my goodness, we have so much fence mending to do. So I got fence over there and there, but oh my gosh. After we put in a long day of hard work, we decided to have a little bonfire, just sitting outside, relaxing and looking at the stars. It is just incredible how beautiful the stars are in the country without all the city lights lighting up the sky so you can't see them. So it was just a relaxing evening, and my son refuses to wear pants because he says it's not cold, even though it's in the 30s. Whatever. Gotta pick your battles. Anyway, we really loved it. This place is different at night. We are kind of all over the place with our projects. We start on one thing and then realize something else needs to get done, and obviously here Mike wanted to really badly cut down this juniper tree. It was so beautiful, but it really did obstruct the view of the house when you first drive into the property. So here he is, tackling that tree. getting so much cleaner. Yeah. This is the front paddock in the property that I would eventually, will have to unfortunately cut down some of these trees, but this would actually make a really great horse paddock. And this side of the property faces north. So we have to cut down, I don't know if you guys can see it in the camera, there are like plants growing up through the fence. This is not like a great fence here, but we got to get this all cleaned up so we can run our dog fence wire along it because we want to keep the dogs out of here. So yeah, and that was a giant, you see that black stuff on the ground over there, that's a giant burn pile. So we'll figure all that out. We've never had to do a large burn like that before. But yeah, so we have all these things to cut out of here. So Mike got started down the road. See, this gate actually grew into the tree. So even though it's here, the hardware is in the tree. So not sure what we're gonna do about that. But anyway, lots to do. So here's our super duper long driveway, and this is our forest side of the property. Lots of trees and stuff. But yeah, Mike's down there chopping things down so we can make just the drive in a little more attractive because it's been kind of unsightly. So anyway, yeah, see lots of repairs in the fence that we'll have to make. I don't know what in the world broke that. Maybe a deer or something. Do you want me to take over doing that part? Do you have your weed whacker?
No.
It's not running at all? Great. I just want you all to see what I'm working with here. I have this vine, or I don't, but the property has this vine growing everywhere, and it's on everything. Every branch I want to cut down, it's somehow attached to it. But check out these thorns. It would be one thing if this was a vine with no thorns, but these are very painful freaking thorns. They're sharp and it's everywhere. Oh my goodness, you see that? This is all over the front fence and I'm trying to get it off. It's a lot of work. We have our work cut out for us, that's for sure. Mike's all the way down at the end of the property. He's picking up all the branches that are all over this stinking place. Yeah, so, all right, back to work for me. Some of these vines. Ugh. Just trying to get all the stuff out of the driveway so it doesn't scratch the cars when we drive by. This was New Year's morning. I had to capture a video of the beautiful sunbeams peeking through the trees. It was a beautiful start to a wonderful new year. We're so excited to see what projects we can accomplish this year to turn this house into a wonderful home. So we hope that you all have a healthy, prosperous, and wonderful new year. Thank you for watching.